Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I'm on ChessCube again. Going to play a 5-minute game. Okay, here we go. We have a 2455 player. Okay. TCF the dude. Let's go. D4 and knight F6. Alright, let's see what white has up their sleeve. I'm going to play D5 or C4. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to go with D5. And let's see what white does. C4. Okay, so since my D5 pawn isn't challenged right now, I don't think I have any problems. I think I can easily just develop my light square bishop and then lend support to my center with moves like C6 and E6, or maybe E6 first if possible. So where do I go first? Do I want to go to F5 or G4? That's what I'm questioning at this point. I think I'm gonna go with F5. Not really sure what the big difference is. Well, actually, I think there might be C4 and then the white queen coming out to B3 to put pressure on my B7 pawn. And I didn't want to maybe have to worry about that knight coming to E5 and then it'd be hitting my bishop. Like that white knight, as soon as it comes to E5, it'd be hitting my bishop from G4. So we have the offer of just the light square bishops. Do I just capture or maybe go back? Well, I think I'll just capture, or yeah, I guess I'll just capture here. White might capture with the pawn, and then my knight doesn't have this pivot square. Okay, so I don't think I have any. I think it's just an equal position at this point. So what sorts of things should I be anticipating from the white side? Well, right now the queen is getting ready to come to that B5 square, so. And that would win the B7 pawn. So I'm going to do C6. Yeah, let's go C6, E6, knight D7, or actually knight D7 first. Just so white doesn't get the idea of maybe planting the knight on E5 and then advancing a pawn to F4. I want to be able to maybe take that knight as soon as it makes a move to that E5 square. I have control over E4 right now, so there's no advance of that just yet. But white can prep that move, and they're doing just that with that last move. So let's get my dark square bishop out. So this is a fairly dry position. Not too much going on. Okay, so I guess white's getting ready to fianchetto the bishop. And I want to make sure I have control over this E5 square. Now, how can I add another defender to that point? Because I'm assuming, okay, the bishop is now on that diagonal, indirectly controlling this E5 square. I'm thinking either queen C7 or actually queen to B8. What are the differences between those two moves? I'm going to go queen to B8 because I'm anticipating C4 in the opening up of the C file, and I don't want my queen on that. Also, in this position right now of C5, I can always come back with my bishop, whereas if I had my queen on C7, that wouldn't be a possibility. So white is actually getting ready to push C5 and then start B4, B5, like a little bit of a, well, not a minority attack, but just expanding on the queen side. So actually the queen on B8 would be supporting this advance. And, well, I don't know that I would actually like that. So maybe I'm gonna play my bishop back in anticipation of maybe C5. I want to meet this C5 advance with maybe B6. If I did B5 right away, maybe white would play E4, and after we exchange a couple times, my C6 pawn would then become weak. So I want white to maybe first move this C4 pawn before I move my B pawn. Okay. So now what? I guess just capture. Yeah, because otherwise my knight's going to get pushed around. And I don't think that I have to, do I have to capture? Knight takes knight, queen takes, knight F6, queen H4. And then I'm starting to have to maybe worry about my knight on F6, but I think I could work around that. So I'm down on time as usual. I'm going to support my knight. I'd really like to go for, I better get castled. This is an open position, so, and I'm not really liking my bishop where it is right now, so maybe I want to get it to E7 at this point. So, ooh, okay. If I capture the knight, that's going to be bad news for me, so let's not do that. I'm going to go bishop e7. I just want to trade things out. Ideally, I want my bishop on f6 to kind of place this d4 pawn in a pin. That bishop on b2 is unprotected. And what else is going on? So I'm just thinking about knight e7 at this point. Knight e7. I have control over d5, and this is important because white can push d5 at any moment. However, at this moment, I'm not so sure it's good. I also have thoughts of maybe a4, and after b4, maybe b5 at some point, but not just yet because c6 is in trouble by the white knight. This idea of a4 with b5 is to create a home for this knight. And I think right now, if I do this, I think d5 turns out to be very strong, so I think I'm going to abandon that idea. Should I play my bishop here? I want to try that. Oh, jeez. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Okay, so that knight's in a pin. White probably isn't liking that. I'm down a minute. Gotta move quick. Maybe, are we going to have a little bit of a draw here or what? How are things going to open up? Maybe one of the white rooks can start to swing over laterally. Okay, now what about... Jeez, what do I do? Do I play queen c7 and then get my rook on the d file? I want to do that. Yeah, I'm going to try that. Maybe this is an okay approach here. Okay. I'm thinking of, well, actually, we might see f5 right now. Oh, actually, maybe I should have done a4, b5, and then I'll have that d5 square to my knight. I really do have to watch about that bishop on b2. It could really come to life at any moment with the d5 advance. Okay, so maybe I could undermine this knight now somehow. So fortunately, my queen is watching over f7. That's going to, I believe, prove useful. I also want to think about actually c5 at this point, again, to undermine this e5 knight. Both sides are needing a flight square. What to do? Is this a4 move any good? I want to get rid of this queen. Maybe I should try to get rid of that queen. Let's do that. Yeah, let's chase that queen away. If queen g5, I could do h6, attack the queen, create a flight square for my king, and I think I'm all right at this point. If rook takes rook, I'll capture with my rook. My knight is also watching over my queen. And if d5 at some point, I might want to maybe close things up. It could be a bit awkward for me because I would have some unprotected pieces. Oh, I just dropped a pawn. Okay, let's try to attack now. I just dropped a pawn. Okay, and now white is just looking to just simplify here. So that's a good thing to do. Now I gotta move fast. I have to try and move fast here. So I'm looking to just get in f5 to support my knight. And what else? Hopefully I could start to burn some time. And okay, let's support my knight first. So the knight could pop to that g6 square. Actually, we could be seeing g4 at this point. So I want to prevent that. I want to make sure I could cement that knight right there. There might be some exchange sack. Actually, knight f7 is a possibility. I think ooh, I should have done h4 actually. Let's go here right now. Or no, right here. That knight was getting ready to go to g5. So I don't want to allow that. Might see bishop to c1. Okay, let's go here. Maybe I want to do g5. Oh, I just want a pawn there. And now I just want to I want to get out of discovered attacks. And let's trade here. Trade a pair of rooks and then get my knight back there. So I'm way down on time. But I think I'm still in a good position here. Because I'm not sure why am I in a good position. What do I do? Well, let's do this. I want to create an open A file maybe. Just attack that A pawn. Okay, let's get my rook over here doing something. Okay, I'm going to win this pawn. And I might be able to mate, actually. I might be able to mate white. Yeah, white I think might end up getting checkmated. I think white might be in some trouble here. Where's that rook gonna go? Let's hit that guy again. And knight to g3. This is trouble, I think. Okay, maybe not. Let's try this again. Hit this bishop. Oh, I'm gaining on time, fortunately, so my king is, ooh, I have to go here. Okay, white is just pre-moving. I better do the same. Otherwise, I might be in some trouble. Okay, white. Wow, that was down to the wire. Did white lose on time? What do we have? Checking game and with server. Uh-oh, I think white ended up losing on time. I have a pre-move on, so I have that. Wow, okay. That was another close game. TCF to the dude. That was very, very tight. I dropped that pawn. Let me just go back quickly. I dropped that pawn right there. Let me see. What do we have? This turned out to be pretty dry. I think maybe the more pressing move at this point right here. I'm not gonna analyze this into depth. This is just a blitz game, but I think instead just just c4 actually at this point, and then it makes things a little bit more difficult for me to get my light square bishop out. But I didn't have that problem, and I think maybe the queen b8 move is correct in that it, again, stays off the c file. It actually allows a potential move like b5, how I was referencing in the game, but I completely missed that on pawn, the queen just snagging that pawn. But fortunately I still had a knight that was able to pivot on this e4 square. So I think white did right to get rid of the queens like they did, but it is blitz chess, so even being a pawn down, you could still kind of come back from things. But that was certainly a good game from TCF the dude. I once again got pretty lucky in this blitz game. But that's all for this video. As always, I hope you're able to take something away from it. Take care. Bye. Actually, you know what? There is one more thing that I wanted to add to this video. I totally forgot about it, but it involves my Facebook page at facebook.com/ChessNetwork. And it has to do with me analyzing someone's game and posting it to my YouTube channel. And how that would work exactly is, once you are a member of my Facebook page, and currently there's what is approaching 5,000 members of this page, what you can then do once you're a member of this page, once you are a liker of the page, I don't know, however you want to call, or whatever you want to call it, what you can then do is just make a post to the wall and include the game notation, the PGN, along with the rating strength of both players, and maybe some other small details if you would like. But that's pretty much the main thing right there. Just make a post to the wall with the game notation and both players' ratings. I'll just be selecting someone's post, and well, actually I won't be the one that's selecting which game to analyze in a future video, but rather the people, the members of the page, will be the ones who decide on what game is to be analyzed in a future video. And how they will decide is by giving the posts a thumbs up. So whichever post, whichever game notation is put to this wall and receives the most number of thumbs up, that will be the one that I go ahead and analyze in a future video on my YouTube channel. So feel free to do just that. It's currently July 3rd, 2011, and you have until July 11th, so that's 7/11. That'll be the last day that I'll just kind of be cycling through to see which post has received the most number of thumbs up, and that's the one that I'll go ahead again and analyze and post on as a video on my YouTube channel. So that's pretty much it. If you'd like to take part in this, feel free to do just that, and we'll talk soon.